What's up, Rangers? Welcome to the HS. My name's Steve, and today we're going to be fixing, well, as you can see, it's actually already fixed down here, sitting here anyways. But my buddy recently got a special colored Destroyah in. Now, after ordering it, found out that the Destroyah had a few issues. One of them being a super damaged wing joint here. Also, with said wing joint, you also notice that it's missing this section of the wing here. Not much I can do about that since we don't have the part that needs to be fixed. To be fair, it's not really noticeable. Like, you could almost probably just break this side off too, just to kind of make it congruent and call it a day. Actually, I was kind of looking. This wing actually sticks up a little further. Is that just the way the wing is? Oh, okay, it's just the way the wing is. I'm like, it doesn't have that piece over here. Maybe like it's hiding back there, but yeah, it's missing. This part's damaged on this wing too. But anyways, for what I had to do with this, you guys, I'll show you some close-up shots, but with the figure here, the person that you got it from already tried to fix it, but you straight up super glue, but didn't really reinforce it. Because if you're going to be doing glue, what you would probably have to do is try to get the connecting point pieces, but you'd be better off just gluing this wing section to the connector piece here. Well, not really connector, like the separation piece for the shoulder. This kind of helps to hide the joint seam. You'd be better off gluing it to this piece and then gluing this piece into the shoulder. And then you wouldn't get any articulation out of it, but at least it'd probably have the best chance of sticking together. Now, if you want to do a more permanent solution, and by permanent I mean you might not have as good of articulation. To be fair, I wouldn't really play around with it too much, but if you want the wing to make sure it's not going to be popping off, this is the best course of action to go about with it. So what I had to do with this, and actually grabbing the stuff that I used outside of Q-tips. I used Q-tips in this video too, but just used a tiny screwdriver, the smallest one I had. To be honest, you can pretty much use anything that's kind of got a little bit of a point. I like this because it's not going to cut into the plastic too bad if you shear it off a little bit. But it's got enough thickness that it's going to help remove some of the glue. I use this goof off, which this is a pro strength remover. This helps to loosen the adhesives and stuff like that. It also gets off latex paint, which be very careful with this stuff. I was using a Q-tip and lightly with the Q-tip to go around in the shoulder joint, around where the glue is, to help kind of soften it up, and then use this to kind of help break it apart. And then slowly, after working the screwdriver around the joint, I got a little bit of movement afterwards. Now, I will say, trying this on some other plastics, I had a test piece of plastic. It kind of messed up the plastic a bit, but then I grabbed one of my McFarlane toys I have for customs and tried it on the bottom of the foot, and the only thing it really did was remove the paint off the foot, but didn't warp the plastic. So it seemed like it was going to be doing good, but you have to be careful if where you're putting this on has paint on it, because it will remove paint. So it will 100% remove the paint. So if you end up getting it on parts of the actual Destroyah figure, you're going to be taking everything off but the red plastic from underneath. But use this, get a little bit on the joint, scrape it off, and then dry it up, scrape a little more, and just kind of rinse and repeat, because you also don't want to leave this on for too much, because I would still worry about it taking warping the plastic at some point, because it is pretty hardcore stuff. But after doing that for like 10 minutes or so, I finally got to loosen up enough to get some articulation out of the joint so it can actually shift a little bit, which comes in handy for the next part where you have to use a Dremel. You can also just get one of these like super cheap at Walmart. You don't really need it to be a Dremel per se, but just something I can use really tiny drill bits and a paper clip, which I actually just realized I didn't grab either. But anyways, for the paper clip and the drill, you just want to eyeball the drill size to match the paper clip. Worst comes to worst, if you think using too large of a drill bit, just go with the small one. Drill your hole, see if your paper clip will fit. If it doesn't fit, repeat process till it fits. Just go up larger sizes. So what you're going to need to do is, for the joint going into the shoulder, you'll drill into that. And then you do the same thing for the wing section. Now the wing I couldn't loosen up. It just wasn't going to happen. So it's going to lose a bit of the articulation because of that. Because this wing has, the joint goes into the wing and also into the body. So that gives you a lot more play. This side's not going to have that. There was just no way about it. I couldn't get into the plastic, and I was worried about the goof off starting to remove a lot of the stuff around the wing. But you drill in the both. You apply a little bit of super glue to the top of the peg in the shoulder, and then the wire, what I actually did, you guys might be able to see it here, is I had to go the entire length of the wing, because when you drill it, there isn't that much room in there. So once the drill goes through, it's going to pop into the wing. But there's a little bit of this like plastic lip here on the back. So I just had the rod go into where it would hook, stop where the plastic piece is, to give it a little bit more support. Because again, I kind of worry about over time or even trying to articulate it, that's going to snap, because there isn't that much room. But you just kind of, what I do is I took the paper clip and kind of put it in the super glue bottle just to get a little bit of a layer of glue on it. And then also at the base of the wing joint. So you don't want to use a whole lot of glue because you don't want excess going all over the place. And then just connect the pieces and let it dry. Now, as you guys can see, and then so also Matt, when he gets in, and you can check out this video to see how I've been doing the articulation for it. But you want to grab at the base of the wing, kind of push in, and then you can move it slightly, but nothing too crazy. But as you can see, you have a little bit of play there. We just want to take it slow. But for the most part, I would just leave it alone as best as you can, because it's not like you're going to really get crazy posability out of it anyways. Then I don't imagine you're going to be playing with it afterwards. But for now, it'll definitely hold its pose. And if it does pop out, just, again, use a little bit of glue, push the stuff back in. Should solve the problem there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Might do a comparison video, or maybe get this 10 minutes. Maybe I'll do it. Nah, it's fine. But anyways, it's just if you guys ever have an issue like that with something with wings, or even like X Plus and stuff like that, you kind of do the same trick for it. Or even just if you like break the arm joints, because it does have the same kind of joints for the shoulder here, you can also do the same technique to get it in there. But anyways, that's pretty much it. So help us defeat those guys just by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. We also have an Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. You guys like to keep up to date with the channel and donate, we greatly appreciate it. Also have another custom video coming out in the near future of a battle damage Mothra. So look forward to that. And see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.